Today in the show, it's Comics Q&A, the monthly show where you send me your Qs and I try sending back my A, but it never gets past post office security. Haley Fackler asked, what made you start reading The Titans and The Young Avengers? So The Titans is a relatively simple story. When I was very, very young, I was given pretty much every Titans comic book predating the Atom's Titans, and that includes the 1960s Teen Titans series. So I had a lot of very valuable comics from a very young age. I'm like 90% sure I didn't understand what was going on most of the time, but I still loved the Titans, and I've always loved the Titans. Then the Young Avengers came out in a time where I was a bit tightened out, shall we say. The Titans were kind of reusing storylines or doing stuff that I wasn't entirely interested in, and that's okay because that happens with every series that you love. They're just going to go through a story arc where you're not really interested in what's going on. And then the Young Avengers came out and it did things that I wished the Titans had been doing years ago. It was so exciting and so fresh, and I was so happy to see it because Marvel already kind of had an equivalent of the Titans in the New Mutants, but now it had like a true equivalent of the Titans. And it just made me very, very excited. But a side effect of this is that it made me appreciate the Titans even more, and it made me miss them even more. So it got me out of the slump with the Titans. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Joe Gallagher asks, when did comics start getting hardback volumes? I actually know the full story behind this. So the year is 1989 or 1990, I'm not really sure, one of the two, and Sandman is about to complete its first story arc. And DC gets a call from Rolling Stones magazine offering them a free advert to sell something over the telephone. DC really didn't have anything to sell, so they decided to collect the first 12 issues of Sandman together as one story arc, which was kind of frustrating for Neil Gaiman because only the first 8 issues were one story arc, not the first 12. So yeah, the first hardback collected edition was actually for Rolling Stones magazine. And the funny thing is, not a single issue sold from this advert, but it sold so well in comic shops that it changed the industry forever. At IDKLovia413 says, are there some things that only comics can do that movies can't, and vice versa? Well, the only thing that comics can't do that movies can is motion. Other than that, comics can do anything. Comics are not held back by the laws of physics, budgets, time restrictions, current technology. Comics can do anything provided the writer wants to write it and the artist can draw it. Enjoy movies as movies and enjoy comics as comics. Don't enjoy movies as comic book movies, and don't enjoy comic books as that thing that inspired that one movie. Now about 100 of you, like I'm not even exaggerating, have asked when the next episode of Becoming Robin is coming out. The episode is coming soon, I promise that. It will definitely be out within the next 2 weeks, I think. The thing is, my plan for episode 2 was to utilise the convention scene in the UK, which meant using London MCM and Hyper Japan, but that just kind of fell through. Things didn't come out as well as I would have liked, which meant a change in plans. I want Becoming Robin to be near TV show quality as well, which means I need much longer than 2 weeks to spend on each episode. I'm going to need at least a month, probably a month and a half for most episodes. And because of that, I just can't schedule each episode as I would have liked. Also, I want Becoming Robin to be near TV show quality, and before any of you suggest it, I cannot afford to be getting in help. TV shows are expensive to make, and I don't have that budget. I have me and my skill set, which means I just need to utilize time, which is why each episode will be out monthly and not bi-weekly as I would have liked. The reason episode 2 is so late is because I used a studio for part of this episode, and the episode is mostly done. I'm just finishing up editing it, but the episode needs to be approved by the studio before I can release it, just to make sure that I haven't put anything in the episode that I wasn't supposed to put in, or something that I didn't ask to put in from the studio. which is fair enough on their end.
It's super effective!
Okay guys, that is it for today. Leave a question down below and I might answer it in next month's comics Q&A. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more Q&A videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon so I can make bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.